What's going on, guys? I hope everybody is doing well today. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I will be reacting to 12 things America could learn from Australia. Here we go.
What's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today I'm going to be going over 12 things that America could learn from Australia.
All right.
Pardon me if it is a little bit loud. I am filming this in a public park, but that is actually my first thing that I think America could learn from Australia is how to build a park. This goes way beyond just how to build a park, but really how...
Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. Shots fired. You dissing our parks, man? What's wrong with our parks? Okay, let me just go ahead and see how we could build our parks better out here in America before I take this to offense. Not literally. I'm not going to literally take this to offense because our parks are not the best. No. And they could be better. They could be better. So I'm curious to see how different the parks are in Australia.
America could learn from Australia is how to build a park. This goes way beyond just how to build a park, but really how to build any nice public facility. If you look at the park in right now, I mean, I can show you, there's this huge playscape just right over there. I'll show a picture of it up, but that is what a typical place.
That's a slide? But these are slides? No. You only get slides these high at water parks. We're not getting this at a regular park. What? The first one was cool.
There's this huge playscape just right over there. I'll show a picture of it up, but that is what a typical playscape in Australia looks like. I'll throw some more pictures up just so you can see what a playscape in Australia looks like, but this picture right here is what a playscape in America looks like. Playscapes here are so much bigger. The kids have it way better, but beyond playscapes, this goes to skate parks, for example. Skate parks here are in every city. They're awesome. They're huge. They're nice. Not this.
Whoa. Is that so you could...
Skate parks, for example. Skate parks here are in every...
I know this is not so you could what would this be called? Basically just skate all the way around it. You know how the skaters kind of look, they start here and they go all the way around?
The coffee here is so nice, it's so fancy, it's so well done. Just like a basic cheap cup of coffee, they just put so much more attention to detail in it. I can't really talk too much on this because I don't drink coffee, I don't like it. But literally, everyone who comes here, Americans, non-Americans, everyone who comes here just thinks Australia has the absolute best coffee in the world. Alright, now the third thing America can learn from Australia is traffic circles. Oh my god. Alright, they have traffic circles freaking everywhere here.
Don't get me started on the traffic circles. It's very convenient not having to stop at street lights all the time. Not having to stop at a red light. It's better to have these roundabouts, man. It's more convenient. It saves time. There's less traffic. Because not everybody is piled up at one traffic light. It's just way more convenient. It's just better. But people in America tend to make a lot of mistakes and just don't use their common sense. So, that's probably why we don't have a lot of these roundabouts here in the United States of America. If we could just create more roundabouts and have less traffic lights, that'll be better. That'll be so much better.
They have traffic circles freaking everywhere here. You'll find them in neighborhoods, you'll find them in towns, you'll find them connecting big roads. Will it be traffic circles with 2-3 lanes on them? They're so common and they just speed up the flow of traffic so much. There are so many small stoplights that we have in America that could be eliminated if we could put a traffic circle there.
Thank you.
No joke, there's probably about 1/4 the amount of stop signs in Australia as there are in America because of the traffic circles, and also they just put a lot more yield signs up instead of stop signs. So if you don't have to totally stop, those put a yield sign there, which is also kind of nice.
Yes.
Alright, so the fourth thing I think America could learn from Australia is how to package and sell watermelon. What I mean by this is in America, if you're buying watermelon, it's probably going to be a full entire watermelon, or you can get a little thing of little dice cubes of watermelon. The issue is the little dice cubes are usually pretty expensive and it's just enough for 1 or 2 people, and then the whole entire watermelon is way too much for one person, and honestly, I am from a family of 4 and 1 watermelon is too much for our family usually. Here in Australia, usually when you're at the grocery store, you're gonna see quarter melons, and they sell them by the quarter melon. This makes so much sense. It doesn't cost more. It probably saves a lot of melon. You just cut the melon, wrap it up in some saran wrap, and then sell it in force. Easy as that. The fifth one is a little bit weird, but that is we could learn from Australia to not put so much water in our toilets. I don't know what it is about their toilets here, but I feel they're just way more advanced than our toilets. So in America, for some reason, it's a really common thing. I was just used to having water splash my butt from pooping into it, and
I wasn't expecting that. But since you mentioned it, a trick if you're gonna visit the United States is take a bunch of toilet paper, not too much now, you don't want to clog the toilet, and just fold it and place it in the toilet. Place it in the toilet. right above where, the exit part is of the toilet when you flush. Just place it right there, and I promise you'll be perfectly fine and it won't splash. Because yes, our toilets are swimming pools. I mean, look, but you come across a few toilets over here in America that don't have enough water in it. And then you be like, if I use the bathroom, or, oh man, if I just do something as small as taking a leak, I'm like, am I going to clog this toilet? Is it even going to flush it away? It's not enough water in here, man. You need some more water. So yes, when we see toilets that don't have as much water in it, we think something's wrong. Like maybe it was just unclogged or something's wrong with it, because why is the water not halfway? I'm like, my goodness, we're just used to that, man.
And then when you're flushing the toilet, it's like whoosh, shoosh, 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 and it does like the whole like spinny thing and then sucks down. It's like one long flush with a bunch of water. Well, here in Australia, their toilets just have a little bit of water in them. Your butt doesn't get wet when you poop. There's no splashing going on. Can't believe I'm saying this. Anyways, and then on top of that, they also have like buttons. They have a button for poo and a button for pee. Some American toilets do have this, but I think it's like a law here in Australia, because every single toilet I've seen has had those two little buttons to save some water. The sixth thing that—
What? You got buttons on the toilet to save water? We don't have that. We don't have that, man. Now that's something new. I've never heard of that before. Okay. What do these buttons look like? Did he show it on the picture? No, he didn't. He only showed the inside of the bowl. Okay. Like, you see how much water that is? Like, just go ahead and place your toilet paper right here, man. Just go ahead. Maybe we'll have less cloggings if ours was like this. You know? You don't need all that water to push it down. How about you just make it a little more wide? Oh, man. We got to think things through a little bit more.
The sixth thing that America could learn from Australia is free/cheap sunscreen. You're probably laughing at me as I say this while I'm all burnt, but that's just because I was on a boat for the past 3 days. Here in Australia, you can get like a full giant 1 liter thing of sunscreen, like enough for an entire family for an entire summer, for like, I think it's like $8. Like, they're like super cheap. And beyond that, I usually don't pay at all for sunscreen because it's just free at most places. Like if you go to like a hotel, if you go to an office, a restaurant, like imagine like how hand sanitizer is free in America in a lot of places. They just have sunscreen laying out in different places like that. You can just get some, put it on if you want. This is so nice and makes so much sense.
That's
I'm not
new.
Completely sure on this, but I think the government subsidizes sunscreen a little bit. I think that's how they get it so cheap. Not positive, but anyways, it makes so much sense because the government also pays for the healthcare here, you're gonna have to be paying a lot more for skin cancer than you are gonna be paying for sunscreen. All right, now the seventh thing America could learn from Australia is work-life balance and how to party. Australians, man, they love to have fun. They love to get drunk. They party hard. Additionally, just kind of the culture here and in Europe, they get a lot more paid time off for vacation. Typically, you get about 5 paid weeks off for vacation here. So that could be one of the reasons why they have a better work-life balance. But even when they're not on vacation, just on like a typical weekend, Australians like love to go out. They love to have fun. I don't know. I just feel like they do a little bit better job at partying than Americans do. All right, now the eighth thing that America could learn from Australia is how to do sushi. So yes, I know sushi is not like a typical Australian thing. It's, like Japanese. However, they have kind of put a little spin on sushi that I think makes it so much better and makes it kind of like reach like a much larger audience or target market, I guess, if that makes sense. Let me explain. Here in Australia, they have done a couple things that make it just kind of like cool and easy to get. So one is they have a lot of like quick grab and go sushi restaurants here where they just like have sushi like out in a window. You walk by, you can point to which one you want, grab it, and you go. And it's not cut up like it is in America. The sushi comes in a roll like this, so you can get a couple rolls, grab them, and then it's kind of like almost eat them like a sandwich as you walk down the street. I absolutely love this. They are great, healthy, like grab and go snacks. I feel like in America, if you're gonna get something like grab and go, it's gonna be like, I don't know, like a Subway sandwich or like, I don't know, like a burger from McDonald's, like something like not as healthy. Not to mention, it's so affordable here. Like a roll of sushi like that, one of those like grab and go places, probably gonna cost you like $2.50 American dollars USD.
What? Man, I pay, how much I pay? How many tempura rolls do they give me? I think they give me about 6. It's like 6 to 8 tempura rolls. I forgot how much comes in the packaging. It's about 6 to 8 tempura rolls, and it's about $8 and something cents, and like 57 cents. That's kind of expensive. It's kind of expensive, man. It's already cut up and everything, but I feel like I shouldn't be paying that much.
Probably gonna cost you like $2.50 American dollars USD. Another great thing about the sushi here is there's this style of sushi restaurant that I know it's common in other parts of the world, but I've just never seen it in America, and we could totally adopt it. But that's like the train track, I call it, style sushi. Pretty much you just sit down and the sushi goes around on a little track and you pick up whatever you want, eat it, and then pay at the end by like the plates, and it doesn't matter. But I see like multiple of these in every single city in Australia that I've been to. It's just kind of like a cool, fun concept, and I don't know, I don't think I've even seen a restaurant like that in America. As I'm editing this video, I just thought of another like weird or unique sushi thing here, and that is they have a lot of chicken sushi. Real sushi lovers might say that that's not actually sushi, but I don't know. Here at sushi shops, I'd say about like almost half the sushis that they offer, okay, maybe not half, like a third of the sushis that they offer are like fried chicken or grilled chicken. This just makes sushi even more appealing to some people. You know, some people don't like fish, or some people just really like chicken, and they can still get sushi, I guess if you can call it that, without just having like fish or crab or I don't know, raw meat. All right, the 9th thing America could learn from Australia is how to run a DMV. So I don't really know what to call this, but like, you know, like the place where you go to get your license, to get like your car registered, like the government office, like entity that you go to get all your car stuff worked out. In America, we call it the DMV, the Department for Motor Vehicles or something like that. Anyways, and then I know in Victoria they call it like Vic Roads, and then I know in Queensland they call it something else, so it's different in every state here. But the place where you go to get like stuff for your car, get it registered and all that stuff, oh my god, it is so amazing in Australia. Like 10 out of 10 recommend. Like, they're tech savvy, you can make appointments online, they're quick, you get a little letter or number, you go into a queue. There was someone that greeted me when I walked in, like they were just so like, it was a great pleasant experience, and I was only there for like less than an hour.
Well, there's something new. You don't normally get a greeting when you enter the DMV. It's more of a next. Oh my gosh, the attitude. They got attitude problems in there. Attitude.
I was only there for like less than an hour. If you go to America, any American will know what I'm talking about, but oh my god, going to the DMV in America is like going, like it's like a trip to hell. You're gonna go there early in the morning, you're gonna wait in line for an hour, then you're gonna get a ticket, you're gonna sit in a chair, you're gonna be in another line for a couple hours. The people who work there are typically unfriendly and cold. They just totally suck in America. And here in Australia, I've experienced them in Victoria, and I had a friend that experienced them here in Queensland, and she was American. And anyways, both of us thought it was like super amazing here, so I'm just gonna assume that in all of Australia, the DMV is probably much better than it is in America.
Oh,
Alright,
yes.
The 10th thing America could learn from Australia is how to eliminate the frickin' penny. Alright, y'all's lowest cent coin is a 5 cents. We still have the penny. I don't know why. Not much to add to that. We just need to take after you and eliminate our penny. Number 11, and this is probably the most important one on this entire list, and that is we need to learn how to breathalyze like you do in Australia. When I was in Victoria, y'all had these big old giant buses that are all over the roads at all times of the day, just randomly going, and they breathalyze, they like shut a road down and they breathalyze every single car that goes by. It could be at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, 10 a.m., like 4 in the morning. You've no idea when they're gonna be there. They're just there and they breathalyze everyone, and yeah, it's a great way to catch people who are on drugs or drinking and driving. The 12th thing.
Wait. How is that so fair, though? Because what about the ones that are under the influence? You know, the ones that blow a little ganja, you know, blow that skunk. The ones who do drink, but can actually control themselves under the influence, are actually here with it, you know? They're focused and they're locked in. They're not driving reckless or being a danger to the people around them on the roads. We have some people that can drive under the influence and not cause danger to people. But yet again, as an American, you know, me thinking like an American, okay, let me get out of my American mindset. We need to make sure everybody is still safe on this road. You ain't got no business driving under the influence at all anyway. Let's be responsible. Let's be adults. Let's be safe, and let's wait till we reach our destination. So, okay, go ahead and line everybody up. Shut the road off and let's give them all breathalyzer tests. It makes sense. Now, here in America, it's like you're not really guilty until proven guilty. So why are you giving me a breathalyzer test for no reason? I ain't broken no laws yet. But out here in America, in order for things to take a change, something bad has to happen first. It's never like, okay, now let's go ahead and fully think this process through and think of ways of how we can protect the citizens that are driving on the roads. How can we protect everybody without anything happening first?
4 in the morning, you've no idea when they're gonna be there. They're just there and they breathalyze everyone, and yeah, it's a great way to catch people who are on drugs or drinking and driving. The 12th thing I think America could learn from Australia is your slang. And I'm not saying we should like take your slang and adopt it to America. No, like y'all's slang is like great. It's like a huge part of Australian culture. It's just who you are, you know, in Australia. And in America, our slang's kind of shit. Like we just, I don't know, we don't have good slang. We don't have much slang at all. Anyways, America, we need to up our slang game, because here in Australia they have.
Wait, he's American? I thought he was Australian. He's American? Okay, I need all my Australians to let me know in the comment section, please, if you feel like it. Were these 12 things on his list accurate? You know, I gotta ask the people that actually come from Australia. It seems like he was actually a citizen of America before. He actually was probably born and raised in America and then decided to move over to Australia. So I'm pretty sure this guy understands the differences and similarities between our countries. But yeah, I want to hear from my Australian people, man. I don't feel that Australia needs to take our slang or anything like that. You know, America has its own slang depending on which city you are in, depending the state you are in. Yes. There's a lot of slang everywhere in America. Does it all make sense? No. No. You just gotta be from there. Be from that city or that state to understand the slang. It's different everywhere you go, man. So what I tell everybody, hey man, just learn it all. If you guys enjoyed these 12 things America could learn from Australia just as much as myself, this list was really shocking. Caught me off guard. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on. Feel free to share this video and channel to your friends and family members. And please continue to flood my comment section and suggestion link in the description down below if you would like to recommend some more of these shocking educational videos for me to check out. Everybody stay safe, enjoy the weather, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video. And before we go, which one of these 12 things actually shocked you the most? The one I'm going with is the toilet one. That really shocked me. Everyone stay safe, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video.